here that I picked up from the library because let's be real, that's the only type of book I'm reading lately. Well, really ever. So while I was browsing around, I found, oh wait. Hey party people, what's up? Today I'm going to be sharing with you my meal prep, but only breakfast ideas. Mostly because that's what I struggle with in the morning. Well, listen, I struggle with way more than breakfast in the morning, but I figured if I can get breakfast in order, then maybe the rest of the morning will run smoothly. We can hope, right? So I've got a few breakfast ideas. Most of them, you guys, came from, so I picked up, who's this woman? Her, the Pioneer Woman. I don't think any recipes came from her. I'm gonna have to read more into that, but most of them came from Chrissy Teigen, Cravings. This is, I guess, her first cookbook. I have her second, which I've only made one thing from it, but it was banging. So I was thumbing through this, and you guys, it looks incredible. In my eyes, I would pick this recipe book over that one, I'm just saying. So anyway, I picked a few recipes, breakfast ideas from this, and then I think I have a few of my own. I'll read the meal plan with you. Dutch mini pancakes, breakfast quesadillas, biscuits and maybe gravy, baked oatmeal, French toast casserole, and breakfast burritos. So you know how it goes. I may not get to all of them. That is the plan. I feel like I can get through all of them because most of the recipes are like throw together, toss in your oven, and move along. But you guys know how I like to keep my expectations low. Oh, this again. You know, only true chefs wear aprons. That is why I wear an apron. All right, Chrissy Teigen. Let's just hope these recipes turn out better than anything I've ever made from Joanna Gaines' cookbook. Well, I think I need to gather some ingredients. Oh no. How does this happen every time I cook that I need to refill this thing? Without fail, every time. It's always a mess. I have yet to find a more efficient way to handle this. I went into this thinking, I'm not gonna make a mess in the kitchen today. Look at me now. All right, well, you know what? I don't know. I just decluttered my kitchen and I can't find anything. Maybe I got rid of my blender. I think I must have gotten rid of my blender. Oh no, here it is. It was just hiding. Okay, so Chrissy's recipe for a Dutch baby pancake. And listen, I don't want a baby, okay? I want a Goliath. It says it serves 4 people. I don't believe that for a second, because when I make Dutch pancakes in the oven, I swear I could eat that whole 9x13 dish by myself. So what you do for Dutch pancakes or German pancakes, Swedish pancakes, whatever you want to call them, you put all the ingredients in a blender. So simple, no separating liquids and dries and all that good stuff. And then instead of cooking them on a griddle or something, you throw them in the oven. It is amazing. And it always tastes good. Also very buttery. 2 cups of flour, 8 eggs. It's a good egg ratio here. Also, can you do the double crack? Can she do it again? All day, son. Was that 8? Last ones, get them in. Putting eggs in a blender kind of makes me feel like Rocky. A little bit of salt, 4 tablespoons of melted butter into the blender, and that's it. We're gonna blend it up. No sugar? Okay. I've made Dutch pancakes before, but I feel like I've added sugar. I feel like this book is gonna get ruined, so I need to protect it at all costs. Belongs to the state. Well, I'm an idiot. I put all the dry stuff at the bottom. Okay. Nothing to see here, guys. Come on, everybody's watching. Oh wait, should I add milk? I gotta be missing something. Can't just be flour and eggs. Okay, 2 cups of milk. At least I noticed. 2 cups of milk, and I bought real cow's milk for this very occasion, you guys. So I didn't want to deviate too much from the recipe, even though she cooks it in a cast iron skillet, and I don't have one of those, so I'm using a muffin tin. Moment of truth. There it goes. I got that good vibration. Feel the vibration. Feel it, feel it. Man, Marky Mark is a legend. I never thought I'd have to clean my counters 1 minute into baking something. Well, that's my life. Feel it, feel it. So I have this mini muffin tin thing, and I normally cook my German pancakes in a 9x13 dish, but since I kind of want to have these be individual portions, even though they might eat 4 at a time, I thought it might be nice to put them in this little muffin tin. So I cut up the butter into teeny tiny little squares, and I'm just putting a tiny pat of butter in each one because before you cook a German pancake, you're supposed to add like, I don't know, the recipe that I normally do has me add a stick of butter to a 9x13 dish, throw it in the oven, wait until it melts, and then you add the pancake batter to it. So if you want to do it that way, if you want to cook it for like Sunday morning or whatever, you can totally do that. I'm gonna let these melt in my oven that's not on. Ah! Got that good vibration. Oh no! You guys! Oh, is there a story behind this? You know, it's a joke gone wrong. The other night, oh man. These are dinner rolls, by the way. Don't they look appetizing? The other night, Alex was asking what's for dinner. I asked him what he wanted, and he went on this whole spiel about some 4-course meal and about dinner rolls. And I said, I'll make you dinner rolls. I made him some dinner rolls. I didn't have time for them to thaw out or rise, so I literally put frozen dough in the oven. Clearly it didn't turn out, okay? No one ate them. I actually forgot they were in there. So while the butter is melting, I'm gonna move on to, what else am I making? Okay, this baked oatmeal, you guys, she raves about it in this book. She calls it a taste of heaven, and we're going to see if that is the case, because I have been to heaven and had a taste of it myself. No, I haven't. So the cool thing about this oatmeal, this baked oatmeal, is that you use yellow cake. I'm all about that. We have some yellow cake mix, stick of butter, 5 cups of milk. Lord, that's why I bought the big jug. Ooh, oats. Can't have oatmeal without oats. Otherwise, we're just making a cake. Here's what makes it healthy. Some raspberries and peaches. Okay. Is this baked oatmeal or is this just a cake with a little bit of oatmeal in it? Whatever, I'll eat it. Got that good vibration. You know what? In a microwave safe bowl, combine the 5 cups of milk and oats. So if you have a massive microwave safe, I don't know if this is microwave safe, I'm just gonna use it. 5 cups of milk. Okay, so I guess we're like cooking the oatmeal first. You know what? I cook my oatmeal with water. Got it. And 2 cups of oats. It calls for quick cooking, but all I have are the whole oats, so that's what I'm gonna use. You work with what you have. This better be delicious. 5 to 6 minutes. All of this butter melted, so I'm just gonna pour the batter in here really quickly. Oh man, this doesn't even really have a pour spout. Oh, it's hot, I just touched it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I think I'm gonna need more than these. Oh, and oh, come on, Kim, everyone's watching. I'm a failure. Into the oven, 475 until they're poofed. Since I ran out of space with the mini muffins, I dumped the rest in an 8x8, and man, my blender sucks. Maybe I should just get rid of this. Whoa, you see these guys? Holy cow. Can you just take a look at them? Look how fun that looks. They will depuff, so this won't last forever, but it sure is fun while it lasts. Oh, you can see that one in the moment, just depuffing. Decompressing from a long day. I've got my oatmeal. You're supposed to let it sit on the counter for 10 minutes. You guys know I am impatient. I only let it sit for 8. I feel like that's good enough. You add a stick of melted butter. Is that right? And you only add 2 cups of the yellow bake mix or the yellow cake mix. Why did I say bake? And then also, what the heck am I gonna do with the rest? I used to have a whoopie pie recipe that called for 2 cups of this stuff. What am I gonna do with it? You also need a little salt to enhance the flavor. And 4 eggs. And you whip it. Whip it good. All right, that seems good enough. I probably did that for way too long. And here I am thinking I'm making something healthy for my family to eat for breakfast. Do you see this? Can you see it? Yeah. All right, and then we'll dump it in. Oh yeah, yummy. Cook this 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. It will jiggle a little. We're not done. Hold on, we're not finished. You thought we were finished. This is the only healthy part to this dish, is adding slices of peaches and raspberries to the top. I assume you can add any kind of fruit that you want. I think blueberries would be really good, strawberries even. She made it with peaches and raspberries. That's what I got from the store. I'm not a huge fan of baked fruit, but we'll see. I was just rereading the recipe a little bit to see if I put the slices on now, they're just gonna fall. Huh? Maybe they'll float a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna sprinkle the fruit over top. You know what, this better taste good because raspberries are expensive and they're delicious, so I don't wanna waste these. And these are good ones. Look how good these look. I'm gonna eat one. All right, that looks good. That looks pretty just as it is. It sure won't taste good. We're gonna throw it in the oven. Okay, what's next? We've got biscuits and French toast casserole. All right, French toast casserole it is. The recipe says you need 1 pound of bread. 1 pound loaf French bread. How much is a pound? I don't have a kitchen scale. It weighs it on here, so I don't have quite a pound. Well, I do, but this is for my kids' lunches, so I'll sacrifice. We also need 2 cups of heavy cream. I did not buy enough because you know why? I bought this. Oh, well, I might have enough. How much do I need for the biscuits? How much of a biscuit right there? None. Oh, 6 tablespoons of heavy cream. Okay, well, you know what? I've got about 1 cup and 6 tablespoons, so I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, and I need spiced rum for this recipe. So clearly I am not as well prepared as I thought I was. I did write down a recipe list, an ingredient list, and it was quite extensive, but I don't drink rum. I'm not gonna add it to my breakfast, especially not for my kids. And you guys can tell me, oh, it'll all bake out, but what am I gonna do with the rest of it, you know? Secret ingredient to this recipe is frosted flakes, which I have not had since I was a kid. You guys tell me. When I was a kid, I remember eating cereal, but I also remember like sprinkling sugar over my already sugary cereal, like Rice Krispie treats or whatever they were called, Rice Krispie. What's the cereal? The Rice Krispie cereal? I would sprinkle sugar over top that. I would probably sprinkle sugar over top these. Oh yeah, that brings back memories. Okay, so that's for the topping. You know what I'm realizing? I don't have enough baking dishes. Oh yeah, I do. What do we do? First things first, cube the bread. Peaches aside for now. I'll eat that one. And I'm just gonna cube the bread. What's the easiest way to do this? I don't know. Lost one. I bet you can just tear this with your hands. I'm still gonna use it. If you thought I wasn't, think again. I don't know if you can hear it, but there is a toy that keeps going off. And the first few times it went off, it like really scared me. But now every time it goes off, I've just gotten to the point where it's annoying. Yeah, I don't know why I'm cutting this. I can just do that. I guess I like to cut things. This recipe is supposed to work best with day-old French bread. This is a day old, but it's not very crusty, or at least not as crusty as I expected it to be. So I don't know, there's that. I think if you have crustier bread, it's more willing to soak up all the milk and stuff that you throw on top of it. Oh, the bread is ruining my peaches. Oh, I need more eggs. 8 eggs goes in heavy cream, milk, brown sugar. Good. Where's my whisk? Got it. Actually, I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna use Chrissy Teigen's whisk. Keep on theme. By the way, I have made the pancakes before with almond milk and they came out just fine. 1 cup of heavy regular whipping cream. Actually, you're supposed to have 2 cups, so I'm gonna add buttermilk. Oh, God, that smells terrible. Should I ruin it? I'm not gonna use buttermilk. I feel like that's just gonna make it horrible. I will use 1 cup of whole milk, and then you need 1 actual cup of whole milk. 1 cup of brown sugar. I barely have enough. It's definitely not packed, but I'm just gonna use the rest of what I have, and that's that. Then you add some vanilla extract and some cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt. Nutmeg and some salt. Good, good, good. Oh, half a cup of spiced rum. Too bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know how I do. I did not read the recipe fully. It's whatever. So you dump this over top and then let it rest in the fridge for 6 hours or overnight. It also says to press, oh gross. It says to, oh god, this is nasty. Press the bread into the liquid. Well, I'm gonna let it sit overnight and I'll cook it tomorrow morning. And then we'll make the topping then as well. It's the next day. This is what the French toast casserole looks like. Nice and moist there. I have 3 cups of Frosted Flakes in here, and you guys, what a delight this cereal is. Do not look at how much sugar is in this cereal. It says to coat it with 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm just gonna use my hands because I'm gonna have to use my hands to top it anyway. Well, someone give me a spoon. And then you just take it and top it everywhere. Ooh, this is gonna give it such a nice crunch. One time I went to Mount Dora. Ooh, my gosh, double the topping. I feel like I need more topping already. One time I went to Mount Dora and had the best French toast of my entire stinking life. So I wonder if this will come close. Okay, that's it. All she wrote. Into the oven at 350 for 55 minutes. Here it is. So nice and crispy. I'm about to dive in and take a bite, and I'll let you guys know how it tastes. Yeah, it pretty much tastes like French toast with cereal on top. Moving on to our next endeavor, which are pull-apart buttermilk biscuits with sausage gravy. They look divine. Baking powder, baking soda, flour. I need my food processor. I can't find it. Here it is. Okay, okay. That's not flour. This is flour. So heavy. One of Alex's favorite things to eat is biscuits and gravy. And I don't really make it that often because I don't like the taste of refrigerated biscuits. They like leave a weird film in my mouth, and they're just like, I'll eat them because I'm hungry. I don't enjoy them because yuck. But I also am not very good at making homemade biscuits, even when it's like from Biscuits or something. So I'm just gonna try my hand at this again. I'll also throw together some easy gravy on the stovetop with sausage. 3 cups of flour in the food processor. Oh, but I'm not a huge fan of the gravy. I'll eat it. But what I really love about it, 1 tablespoon of baking powder goes in, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then 1 teaspoon of sugar. What's that gonna do? But the reason I like biscuits is because I like to put jam on top of them. Well, to be real, I put butter and then jam. So I'm just gonna pulse that. If it was plugged in, it would be helpful. Hello? Oh my gosh. Someone was at my door. Apparently it was like open and, okay, there's the thing. Moving on, buttermilk biscuits. Oh, I was plugging this thing in, of course. Here we go. Now, the star of the show is the butter. Oh, just 1 stick of butter. Very cold butter. She suggests putting it in, coating it in flour and throwing it in the freezer. We all know I'm not going to do that. I feel like this is good enough. I also feel like biscuits and pie crust and stuff like this is pretty simple to make. I don't know why I don't make it more often, obviously because it does take some time. Oh, I'm cutting on my counters. It'll be over in a second. Just close your eyes. Okay, I'm throwing the butter in the food processor and I'm gonna pulse it until it's good crumbly consistency, like sand. I hear that noise and now I don't think if it's a murderer or the toy. So I don't know a lot about biscuit dough, but for pastry dough, you're supposed to be able to, you know, put it in your hand. It's supposed to form and not, yeah, I'm gonna do it a little more. Watch this again. Oh no, oh no. My oatmeal. Oh, it smells good, you guys. So I am going to put the, man, my kitchen, what happened to it? I'm gonna dump the flour mixture into here. Shake the buttermilk. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. I'm embarrassing. You know, Polaroid pictures are making a comeback. There's just something so satisfying about flour and butter. You need to see this. I don't know if just looking at it is as satisfying. I think because it's so cold. One time, one of my kids, I can't remember who, had a Frozen themed birthday party, 1.5 cups of buttermilk. And I made this pretend snow, and it was like cornstarch and shaving cream, I feel like. And then you throw it in the freezer so it's cold, and it was so magical. Everyone at the party just had a blast. Okay, I'm just mixing this dough together, and You are not to overmix this because then your biscuits will be just rocks. No one wants to eat a rock unless you live in Fraggle Rock. All right, that seems good enough, right? What do we do now? I don't know. Oh, okay, we're baking them right now. All right, let's do it. Get some flour down, dump it out. Get a little bit of flour on your hands and just knead it together just a few times. Nothing too wild and crazy. Remember that show? Wild and crazy. Am I wrong? Is that not how it goes? Probably not. I always wanted to be on that Nickelodeon show. Okay, that seems good enough. And then you're just supposed to cut it into 9 squares or use your biscuit cutter for this. I'm just going to flatten it out a bit, so I'm trying to make a square. How can I get 9 out of this, I'm thinking. Also, I'm thinking, wow, I'm only going to get 9 out of this. I should have doubled the recipe. Where's my knife? Here it is, flouring my knife. I'm gonna cut it in the middle. I'm gonna have smaller biscuits because I think I'm going for 12 here. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, look how delicious these are gonna be. I'm just going to grease the bottom of any pan and then throw my biscuits on here. And I'm sure you could roll them into balls or whatever shape you want. Perfect. Those cuts couldn't be more even. About 20 minutes at 425 degrees. Look how delicious hers look. So you take a look at this beauty. I'm gonna say it looks pretty much like the recipe book. But now I have all of this to clean. All right, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. I also, what are we making next? Because I don't know what I need. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to make breakfast burritos or breakfast quesadillas, but I don't know if I have any peppers. What did I need the 6 tablespoons of heavy cream for? I thought, did I need it for the biscuits? Did I add heavy cream to the biscuits? I'm second guessing life. To make all that time to think and I still have no idea. I think I'm just going to make breakfast burritos. That yeah, that seems the best. Oh wait, do I have veggies? Oh, okay, I'm just gonna throw together some gravy and I feel like I might freeze this. Obviously you can probably freeze all of these things. I will be freezing the burritos when I make them. I'm unsure if I'm going to grab some peppers from the store before I do that or not, but I have half a pound of ground sausage. Once the sausage is all ground up, I add a couple tablespoons of butter and let that melt. If you have really greasy sausage, you might not have to add the butter, but mine wasn't rendering any fat at all. And then you sprinkle in equal parts flour, so a couple tablespoons of flour. And this is the roux that will thicken up our gravy. Just let that raw flour taste cook out for, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then you add a couple of cups of milk. I'm using almond milk because it's just better, you know, less dairy is better. Even though I used a ton of dairy in everything that I've made today, it's nice to have a little break from that. Biscuits are done. Boy, do they smell good. Everything looks so good. Okay, and let this gravy just thicken up a little bit as it comes to a boil, and then you can add salt and pepper if that's your thing. Look at these pieces of heaven. These might be the best looking biscuits I've ever made, maybe because they're so stinking thick. Look at that. I can't wait to crack into one of them, probably the baby one. And, well, I'm just gonna do it right now. The top is good. First of all, those look great, but I'm going to try to open this little baby one. Oh, yeah. It tastes fantastic. Wow. Double the recipe. That's my recommendation. I have these little jelly packets that we took from Cracker Barrel because for some reason they just taste way better than any jelly I can buy from the store. Oh wait, and speaking of, Alex did buy this for me from Cracker Barrel, but I want to just use up the packets first. Anyway, there we go. Nice and delicious. Do you wish this was going in your belly right now? Because I do. 5 stars. Okay, I'm just trying to get this done so quickly that, you guys, I really didn't even read all the recipe. You're supposed to make the biscuits, because I was looking at hers thinking, gosh, they look so good. I wonder if she made them and then cut them. No, she just put them really close together on a pan and then brushed them with a maple cream. That is why I needed the 6 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, a couple tablespoons of maple syrup, and some salt. So brush them with that if you want that flavor on top of them, but I think they came out just fine. Starting to get pretty hot. Oh, those are the biscuits that I've already shown you. And then I just poured the gravy into this little dish. And then whenever Alex wants them in the morning, he can, like, you know, put it over whatever he wants. Or just eat it with a spoon. I don't care, no judgment. Got a lot of eggs cracked in here. I did all of them with one hand. Do you believe me? There's no proof. I thought I was filming, I wasn't. If you want to know how many are in there, you can pause it, screenshot it, and count them, because I have no idea. I just cracked a whole bunch. I'm just going to whisk them all together. Oh, you know what? I learned a trick. If you add a little bit of heavy cream to it, it makes your eggs nice and fluffy. But I'm not going to do that. So I just whisk it and then cook them. I am preparing to make breakfast burritos. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm just going to scramble some eggs. I have the sausage cooked back there. And I was going to add some veggies, but we're all out of peppers. I haven't been to the grocery store to get veggies. So we're just gonna have eggs and sausage. I'll add cheese to Alex's because that's what he likes, but I'll leave mine just eggs and sausage. I just keep mixing until it's a solid form. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out, and cooking with me. I think we are set for the week. Most of this, like the burritos, I can freeze. I'm sure I can freeze all of this if it doesn't get eaten in time. But let's be real, I have a lot of people to feed in this family. But I hope you guys enjoyed the new recipes. If you try them out, let me know. Tag me on Instagram or something. Also, if you want to, subscribe, put a little happy in your day, and I will see you next time. Bon appetit. So we've got biscuits, we've got Dutch pancakes, another Dutch pancake, a beautiful oatmeal cake bake, some sausage gravy, some French toast. By the time you see this, it will look like a nice casserole, and some burritos.